Hi there, my name is Elise Castaway with ABC Scrapbookers. I'm ABC Scrapbookers because when I am not scrapbooking, I am a children's librarian, and my initials are ABC. In this video, I am going to walk you through the steps to make 4 pages, two-page layouts for Croptoberfest 2024. Let's get started. All right, when you open up your project recipe kit, you will find that you need a sea green leaves, pumpkin cardstock, and 2 sheets of yellow burlap for cutting. And to make spread number 1, I should start there, you're going to set aside 1 sheet of the sea green leaves and one sheet of dark sea green cardstock. I challenge you to say that 5 times fast. For layout spread number 2, you're going to use 2 of these orange textured designer papers. So I'm going to set all of those aside for right now. And we're going to get started right away with our cutting guide. So the first thing we're going to be doing is using a sheet of sea green leaves paper. And I have written out the directions here. They correspond to the same directions as the cutting guide, but they are close up for you to be able to read as I cut. I also start cutting on the right hand side and then slide over to the other side. And one reason that I do that is I always find it's beneficial to have the larger piece in my left hand for cutting so that I can use this edge over here when it's a small measurement under 1.5 inches. So the first step is going to be to cut at 1/2 inch. And because this paper is non-directional, it doesn't matter which way I have it. So I'm going to cut at 1 inch. I'm cutting at 1/2 inch, sliding it over. I'm cutting at a second 1/2 inch, sliding it over, and then I am cutting at 1 inch. Now I have to slide in the other direction because I'm cutting a larger piece. So I'm right here at this step. I'm going to cut at 4 inches. And I'm going to slide one more time, and I'm going to cut at 3 inches. And I'm just going to take a look at this last piece and see if it is 3 inches. It looks like it's slightly longer. There is a little bit of room for error. So you can just throw away this last piece. You didn't have to trim it off, but now I know both of these pieces are 3 inches long. Okay, next up, I'm going to take that 4-inch strip that I already cut. I'm rotating it, and I'm going to cut it 4 inches. I'm going to slide. I'm going to cut it one more time at 4 inches. And just like I did with my 3-inch strip, I'm just going to double check that it's 4 inches, and I'm just going to shave off that little extra. Now I know I have 3 4x4 inches. That is the end of the pieces for the first page. So I'm going to take them, put them aside together, and then go on to my next one. So the next one is pumpkin cardstock. Once again, I'm going to cut over here on the edge. So I'm going to cut at 1 inch. And of course, with cardstock, there's no direction either way. So that makes this easy. Once again, I'm going to cut at 1 inch. And it's just important to make sure that your piece is always at the top edge so that your paper cuts straight. Now I'm going to rotate this large piece that is 10 by 12, and I'm going to cut it at 7 inches. And now I have a 7 by 10, and I have a 5 by 10 piece. that is the end of my cutting there. Now, for the yellow burlap, please note at the bottom it gives you a tip. It says rotate this paper so that when M and N, these two pieces are reversed, the trucks go across the guide, across the layout, like they will here. So I said, rotate it so that your trucks are driving down. And when I said that, what I meant was, if I look, my trucks are driving down. So you just want your trucks to be going up and down here, not side to side. So the first cut I'm going to make is at 1.5 inches. I'm going to slide and make my second cut at 1.5 inches. And let's try that again. I missed my cut. I did say 1.5, and then I didn't do it. All right. Thank goodness for repositionable adhesive. There's my 1.5 inch cut. So those will be my trucks that will go across the page 1 and 2. And I am so happy that I'll be able to weld them back together. Okay. Now I'm going to slide and cut at 5 inches. And I'm going to rotate the 5-inch piece, and I'm going to cut it at 7 inches. And then I'm going to rotate the 4-inch strip and cut it at 6 inches. If you're concerned, you can always take that other piece and double check to see if there's just a tiny bit to shave off. Most of you will not fit. All right. And then finally, our last yellow piece of burlap. And this, for this layout, you're only going to use the yellow side, so it doesn't really matter which side you cut your trucks on, but I'm actually going to do it the same direction so that just in case I want to change it, cut it. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to cut at 1/2 inch. And I am going to repeat this cut 2 more times because we need 3 1/2 inch strips. So that was number 1. I'm going to slide, cut it again. That's number 2. And all together, this is 3 1/2 inch strips. Now I'm going to slide and cut this at 9 inches. And I'm going to rotate this 9-inch piece, and I'm going to cut it at 6.5 inches. And I am going to take this, the rest of this piece, and I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. I'm sorry, I'm sliding and cutting at 4 inches. I apologize. Here's my 4. Then I'm going to rotate it. Basically, with whatever you have left here, you're going to turn this into a 4 by 6 inch piece. So there's my 4 inches by 6 inches. And you have these 3 pieces left over. And this piece is 1.5 inches. So remember when I made that mistake the first time? I can now use this strip if I like. And then I don't have to weld. That is all of the pieces for cutting. And I'm going to quickly show you how to dry fit this into a layout. All right, let's take a look at thread number 1. We're going to pull out the sea green leaves for the left side. And we're putting out the dark sea green for the right page. And going back to all of our strips here, the very first two pieces that we were cutting were that sea green leaves. And so we're going to rotate those over. And we're just going to pull one strip. And we're going to put it on the left side here. And then we're going to take one of the 1/2-inch strips. And we're going to place it right next to it. And then from the pumpkin, we're going to grab one of those strips. And I will come back and I will adhere all of this, but for our purposes today, just to keep the video shorter, there's that layout part right there. And this time I'm going to take the sea green leaves here, the 1-inch, the 1/2-inch strip of burlap there. I'm going to take the 1-inch strip reversed over here, the 1/2-inch strip here, and the 1-inch strip here. So beautiful. All right, then I'm going to take the rest of those big burlap pieces. These are the 4x6 pieces, 1 and 2. And then I already put the larger piece here. And then finally, we have the two of the 4x4 pieces we will place here and here. And that is the end of layout number 1. There are embellishment suggestions. Sometimes people want to put them down right away. I will actually do that in just a few minutes. But for the purposes of creating this video and not keeping it too long, I am going to start by grabbing the orange textured paper and laying this one out. If you are watching, you certainly can pause the video. So I'm going to start with the trucks on the bottom. And my trucks right here as well. I'm going to take those 1/2-inch sea green leaves and place those right on top. And then I'm going to take the 2 pieces of pumpkin, the larger piece on the left page, the smaller one on the right. And then let's take a look here. We've got the 5x7 on the right and 4x6 right here. And then on the left side, I'm going to place the yellow burlap right there with the sea green leaves in the middle. And that is the end of the layout. I will pause the video and I will put the stickers on, but I thought for your time that I would just simply dry fit it for now. So here is layout number 1, fully embellished. What I did was I followed the guide as much as possible, but I think I had popped different things. So I chose not to pop the border and the truck, but I did pop the loads of fun with some foam squares. And the same here, I did not pop the banner, but I popped the truck. And then on the right-hand page, I thought, well, let's give this one a try. So I adhered the 2 stickers together and I popped this banner along with the truck. And then here, I clustered the mason jars together and I added this sunflower. I did pop the whole thing, but for the top 2, I did not peel back on the foam square adhesive so that I can lift these up and place the photograph underneath. You are certainly welcome to embellish in a different way. On this page, what I did was I took the 12-inch sticker strip and I trimmed it just to here and then tucked it under just a little bit. And then I used the same piece of that strip. I started on the pumpkin or gourd. I went this direction and tucked in what was left over. And I repeated the same thing with this bottom one. So I started on the left, went to the middle, trimmed, started on the right, went to the middle, and tucked under. And then in the same way, I popped the harvest. I just popped the pears and apples, tucked the corn underneath. And over here, I chose to just pop the fall, leave these two pieces, two stickers not popped. I popped the truck. You have to pop out a couple pieces of sticker for the truck bed, pop the special delivery, and then just place the cluster up there. By doing those two spreads and using those particular embellishments, I did not use one pumpkin and one apple, which I will either selectively place on these pages or choose with another layout. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to see the pages that you create, and I hope that you're able to fill these pages with beautiful fall colors. Thanks for watching.